Well, tonight there's a major task for the St. Mary's Gills as they welcome the 17th-ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs here inside of UCU Pavilion. Evan Giddings alongside Dr. Joaquin Wallace with you here on ESPN Plus. And Doc, this is a Gonzaga team that has won 18 games in a row, 11 to begin conference play. Everyone knows how good they are. It's a tall task for St. Mary's this evening.
Well, let's have some fun with it. When I say issue, you say opportunity.
Let's do it.
So when you look at Gonzaga, they have an issue,
an opportunity
for the players to come in and not be complacent because they've won 18 in a row. There's an opportunity for them to win their 19th in a row.
Meanwhile, on the St. Mary's side, get a couple of key pieces back. McKenna Mastora, who returned 2 games ago from a concussion, also now joined by Taylor Dalton, who returns from the national team. But in their stead, while they've been out, Doc, a few key freshmen along with sophomores, underclassmen, had to step up.
Well, the issue for them,
the opportunity.
They have the young players have an opportunity to step up and play well. Here's a big chance for them to get their biggest win on the season. If they come out and play well, they're going to have to do a lot of great things tonight. But if they do, let's see if they can pull out the victory and get the upset tonight.
Well, Lisa Fortier, 10th-year head coach on the Gonzaga side. First, the first-year head coach, Jeff Kamen, for St. Mary's. Young versus old, youth versus experience. It's an opportunity for the Gills to walk away with a victory against, again, the 17th-ranked team in the country and the #1 shooting team from three-point range in the conference. We'll find out if the Gills can pull it off on the other side when we return. Evan Giddings alongside Dr. Joaquin Wallace, whether you're watching Gills basketball on ESPN+. Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside University Credit Union Pavilion here in Moraga, California. The St. Mary's Gills getting set to take on the 17th-ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs, and we are underway on ESPN+. Evan Giddings alongside Dr. Joaquin Wallace with you. And, Doc, this is a game in which Gonzaga, who features the 5 on the floor so far of the Trong twins, Kaylee along with Kaylin, Eliza Hollingsworth, Yvonne Ejim, Brenna Maxwell, and, of course, Eliza Hollingsworth. This is a very, very good Gonzaga team as Bamberger throws up the first shot and hits her.
And like we talked about in the opener, the opportunity is that St. Mary's is going to have a chance with the younger players to try to come out and throw the first punch early. Bamberger with the 3-ball starts off well.
Meanwhile, the 5 on the floor for St. Mary's. The first shot is up by Trong. Off the mark, Bamberger rips down the rebound. Allie Bamberger joined by Zariah Akuso, Taylor Dalton, Maya Jones, and Leah Hannafin. Bamberger just hit a 3 off back rim with her second attempt.
You have to come in and forget about the ranking. You're going to play the team with the name on the front of their uniform. Last time out, they lost by 29 up in Spokane, so I'm sure they're going to come out tonight and try to set the tone early.
There's an elbow jumper from Ejim, averaging just over 20 points per game, coming off a first-team selection last season.
We talk about 20 points per game. 5 of their starters are in double figures, so that shows you that you have to at least manage the entire floor defensively. There you go again, a nice odd-man transition finish for the layup for Ejim.
Good-looking dump-off from Kaylin Trong, a 5th-year player out of Houston, Texas, along with her sister, her twin sister, Kaylee. This is a very dangerous Gonzaga team as Bamberger takes the roll from Dalton. And already a quick timeout for the 10th-year head coach. Lisa Fortier does not like the interior defense. Just an early 5-2 lead for St. Mary's.
And that's what we talked about earlier, the opportunity to throw the first haymaker, and they came out nice backdoor bucket.
And we're going to step aside, be back after this. 90 seconds in, St. Mary's on top of Gonzaga. You're watching West Coast Conference Women's Basketball on ESPN+. Well, St. Mary's with the early edge here, 90 seconds in against number 17 Gonzaga on ESPN+. Evan Giddings alongside Dr. Joaquin Wallace with you. An early timeout by Lisa Fortier, one of the only head coaches in history to have 20-win seasons in each of her first 9. This is her 10th year.
And she was not happy with that because we talked about the opportunity for the Zags to come out and continue a winning streak, but you can't come out and play complacent in this environment because it gives St. Mary's hope that they can pull the victory out.
Trong from the top of the key, splashes it home. That's Kaylin Trong's first basket. We're even at 5.
And that was a nice play after the ATO, drew it up perfectly. They doubled down on Ejim. She was able to find Trong out for the 3-ball.
Maya Jones, who has had to step up in the stead or the absence of Taylor Dalton, who returns tonight from her New Zealand national team appearance, off with a 3-pointer there. She, along with freshmen like Zariah Kuso, have really had to fill major voids by a team that's been hit by injury as well as absence.
And you look at the Gonzaga's team, I mean, they have 5 players that have the ability to put the ball in the basket. There's a live ball turnover. Let's see how St. Mary's able to fare here.
Jones had a 22-point performance 4 games ago against Santa Clara, now in her freshman season. Rolls around to the corner as Hannafin looks to dump it off.
We talked about Okuso. You have Jones, both freshmen. 3-ball right corner pocket. Count it.
There she is, Maya Jones. First-year head coach Jeff Kamen has been so impressed by her growth throughout the season as Dalton nearly comes away with the steal. And Hannafin does so right in front of her own bench.
So far, what you see St. Mary's doing, Evan, they're playing aggressive. They're in the passing lanes, getting deflection. That's their second consecutive turnover.
Pink out tonight here in Moraga. Good crowd on hand, of course, before the men's team takes the floor at 8 o'clock later on this evening. Okuso right down the lane. Dalton met by a double. Okuso from the corner sticks it.
And that's a nice job by Dalton as she drove inside. Okuso replaced her out for the second 3-ball. Jones right corner, Okuso left corner pocket.
Early lead over the 17th ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs, and the response right there is nailed by Brenna Maxwell.
St. Mary's season long has not been very well from behind the arc. So far, so good. Bamberger started off the party with a 3-ball. Jones, now Okuso.
Hannafin to Bamberger. Dalton for 3. Tipped out, rebounded by Bamberger.
You have to love the energy, Evan, because they're playing with a lot of activity. Second chance opportunities, the 4-3 of the first quarter. 14-7 doubles up on the Zags.
Well, and that's something that Coach Kamen has asked Hannafin to do, being more aggressive offensively. Said she could put it on the deck, she can create. It's all about the mindset for Hannafin as Ejim's jump shot is off. Follows it, and it's out of bounds off the Zags.
And I tell you what, Evan, I've been in this situation from a coaching perspective. You come in with 18 consecutive victories. You've won 18 consecutive, 20. You had a 29-point victory up in Spokane. So quite naturally, you feel that you're going to have an advantage. You know that the players are down in terms of the length of the lineup. They're coming out right now. St. Mary's says, don't forget about us.
St. Mary's has doubled up Gonzaga early on. Okuso wrapped up right in front of our broadcast perch, and there's a jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Bulldogs.
There's 12 areas on the floor that you want to trap at, and they did a great job of getting Okuso in this area right near us with the hash, and they would get the turnover.
Now at Hybins, in off that last time out, along with Callie Stokes, a couple of upperclassmen, third-year players for Gonzaga. There's a kickball. It'll be side out for the Bulldogs.
This is a situation here, Coach Fortier saying, let me just change the lineup, get some more energy in the game. Doesn't like what she sees so far.
Hannah Rapp will sub in for Dalton. St. Mary's has already hit 4 threes. And this is against a Gonzaga team that is #1 in the conference, but #3 in the country. As a team, they shoot 40.5% from downtown as Strong tries to throw one in there. Off the mark, but the second chance opportunity is good for Hybins.
This is an opportunity for the Zags. They have the length down low. Ejim haven't even been able to get activated yet.
Okuso has got 1 3. Short with the second. Gets her own rebound. Oh, no look pass that's tipped out of bounds.
Okuso did a great job of tracking that missed shot. The pass out, the deflection out of play. I love deflections because it forces the offensive team to start their offense over. 17 seconds left on the shot clock.
Well, as you mentioned, Doc, second meeting between these two sides. First one in Spokane, a victory by 29 points for Gonzaga. St. Mary's looking to avenge that loss. Off to a good start so far here in the first period. 3 to shoot for Okuso, long 2. She's got it. First 2 baskets hit from Okuso. It is a 7-point advantage for St. Mary's.
And they're coming out on all cylinders right now, mixing up man and zone, different looks. Little matchup situation here.
Ejim, a 20-point score, attacks Bamberger. Tough finish from Ejim.
Ejim goes right to left. Can finish within traffic as well with the left hand, kisses it off the window.
And she is who Gonzaga runs the majority of their offense through as Jones looks to create some space, frees herself. Not enough touch.
In a situation there, Jones didn't realize that she was that wide open, could have used the window and just kissed it off the glass.
Up-tempo game thus far through the first 6 minutes of the first period. Top of the key 3, that is hit. Brenna Maxwell, north of 40% from downtown, draws Gonzaga within 2.
And this plays to the strength of the Zags. They want to play up and down. Their mission is transition. St. Mary's want to put you in a rock fight. So far, St. Mary's has been able to get activated offensively with 16 points. But now you see Gonzaga, the experience, closing the gap, down by 2.
Now both teams have combined 12 of 21 from the floor. Plenty of fireworks here in this first quarter. Hannah Finn rolling off a screen, steps back. Too strong.
So after the fast start, the Zags have a chance here to go up by 1 or even the match.
A foul by Jones on Maxwell. As McKenna Mastora, who returned a couple of games ago after suffering a concussion midway through conference play, enters. And meanwhile, the twin sister of Kaylee Trong, will come onto the floor. And she's joined by Hollingsworth.
You definitely miss Mastora's ability to play from behind the arc, stretch the defense. She was averaging 8 points a game prior to her concussion protocol. Now she's back, played a couple of games, see if she can get on track here.
Hollingsworth swings it, three-pointer thrown up from Kaylee, nothing but nylon. And Gonzaga has its first lead.
And just like that, they were able to figure out the zone with the skip outs.
This is a Gonzaga offense that averages 81.5 points per game. Shoots nearly 50% as a team. They are lethal pretty much 1 through 15 on this roster.
And when you have 5 of your starters averaging in double figures, that lets you know that they're a hard team to manage against because you don't know who to key in on.
Maxwell comes away with it.
You know, Evan, I had a chance to watch the Trung sisters as freshmen, and just to watch them maturate over these years, to watch this team, number 16th in the country, you can see why. Very well balanced, both offensively and defensively.
Well, it was Kaylin Trong that played all 32 games last year, and her sister, unfortunately, missed quite a bit of time due to injury. Missed 23 games after starting 10. Down with a leg injury, now has been back for the entirety of this season thus far. That's resulted in now 18 straight victories. Mastora hits a 3 from the corner. And
that was missing earlier. Mastora can stretch it from deep, 10 toes behind the line. The lefty was able to convert.
Strong with the pull-up, quick 2. That three-pointer ended an 8-0 run, by the way.
And that was a mistake. You have to stop the ball. Trong was able to get to her sweet spot and elevate for the jumper.
Well, it's going to be about shot making for St. Mary's, an area this season they have struggled, but this is the kind of game, Doc, nothing to lose.
Yeah, they're going to come out and try to get out early. They did, but again, when you look at a team, the number 16th ranked team in the country, they're number 16 for a reason, Evan. They've beaten Stanford, they've beaten California, beaten California on the road, Stanford in Spokane. So this team is legit. 16th in the country, 11-0 in conference, 18 consecutive victories. They know how to win, and they know how to close games out.
And their 2 losses are to top 25 opponents on the road in overtime at Washington State. And then their lone home loss this year was to then 20th ranked Louisville. A very competitive Gonzaga team with their eyes on the tournament yet again after winning the West Coast Conference a year ago. Ejim puts under the deck. A little too strong. Hollingsworth kicks it out. And then Mastora comes away with it. Dribbles it off the referee. Gonzaga remains in possession as Maxwell pulls up. Back iron. Trong nearly poked away.
That's unfortunate there. Look for the bucket. Nice pass off the dribble. The left-handed dime from Maxwell.
Maxwell whipping it inside as Gonzaga pulls ahead now. About 10-second separation, shot clock and game clock. Akuso draws contact and will get to the free throw line.
Nice job of recognition by Akuso. Get to the free throw line. You want to try to control the tempo as much as possible if you are St. Mary's, because again, Gonzaga scores 81 points a game. So again, their mission is transition. They want to get out and run. You have to control the tempo, and how you do that, you have to make baskets, get back and play defense, and don't turn the ball over.
First trip to the free throw line for either team this evening. Our officials, by the way, Lisa Jones, Kimberly Hobbs, and Dominique Hunter. As Akuso, St. Mary's leading scorer, averaging just a hair over 11 points per game, sticks her first free throw.
Kuso as a freshman getting valuable experience for her first year. I tell you what, Evan, when you get to January, February as a freshman, now you're a sophomore at this point. You played a lot of basketball. You've gotten to the flow of the game, maturation. So she should have a big year next year as well because she knows what to expect.
A youthful St. Mary's team against a veteran-laden Gonzaga group as there's a kickball on Jones. Shot clock will be turned off with 13.7 seconds left here in the first.
That's a great job of recognition from the offense. Spread the floor out. You have one guard up top, so you run two guards and move the ball around, look for open spots, short corner.
Corner look for Maxwell, and one. A 4-point play for Gonzaga as they separate here in the final seconds of the first.
Again, they ran the same offense that they did earlier. Two-guard front, rotate the ball to the opposite side, you distort the zone, you force St. Mary's to cover all the areas, and they're not able to get there for the long ball, for the three ball. Maxwell have an opportunity for the rare 4-point play.
Well, Maxwell coming over from Utah. The last season in her fourth year, now in her fifth. Started 28 games, saw action in all 32. And this is the free throw. Akuso, the last second shot. And an offensive foul drawn by Maxwell. So she couldn't get the free throw, but she gets back in transition and draws the charge.
Yeah, Kuso was getting downhill. Maxwell was able to get her feet outside the smiley face. Easy call for the official.
Last second heave at the horn, no good, but both teams with an offensive surge in the first quarter. Both shoot over 50% as we head to the second period. Bulldogs, number 17 in the country, on top by just 3. We'll be back with more West Coast Conference women's basketball after this on ESPN+. After one quarter, Moraga, it is Gonzaga, number 17 in the country, on top of St. Mary's by 3. But Doc, 9 threes in that first quarter between both sides. Both offenses came to play.
Well, if you look at it from St. Mary's, in order to beat a top 10 or top 20 team, you have to do a lot of things right. And they came out well. They got out early, up by 7. But you see the true testament of a team such as Gonzaga. They was able to weather the storm, the first hit, if you will. Now they're comfortable in this environment.
Maxwell, who had a game-high 7, is up to double digits now with her third 3 thrown in from downtown. Britta Maxwell leading the way for the Bulldogs.
You look at Maxwell leading the way, we still have the Trunk sisters who have not been able to get on track to activate it, and we know what Ejim's able to do. Nice job by Jones getting downhill and finishing.
Good looking take there from Maya Jones. Also Esther Little into the game for Gonzaga for the first time today. Hollingsworth down to the block to Ejim. Muscles her way to the rack against Bamberger. Good defense forces the errant look, and that is out of bounds off of Akuso.
Yeah, Bamberger was able to stay vertical in that situation there. Ejim, I thought, could have went into the body of Bamberger. She decided to kind of fade away, use the glass. First time she scored, if you recall, she went right to left. This time she goes left to right, shows her tools in the toolbox.
Yeah, so far, Bamberger has limited Ejim to just 4 points on 2 of 6 shooting. As into the game for St. Mary's is Hannafin. Zone look from the Gales. That pass is tipped, and a Bulldogs turnover.
Well, you know, St. Mary's going to come with a variety of zones, different looks, try to confuse matters more for Gonzaga. And these opportunities, when you can get Gonzaga not to make any buckets, you have to convert on the offensive side.
Akuso doubled. Jones meets a trap and then whips it into the stands.
So what I've noticed so far by Gonzaga, what they're doing, they're trapping on the sidelines. They're bringing an extra defender. So they're using the 2 defenders in the sidelines. So that's 3 individuals, if you count the sideline, guarding you.
St. Mary's shooting 55% from the floor so far, including 5 of 10 from 3-point range. Ejim trying to work around the baseline. Little finds its way to Maxwell, has the hot hand. Back iron, long rebound. And that's going to be Gonzaga basketball.
And you have to be able to maintain those long rebounds on the 3-ball because you don't want to give a team like Gonzaga extra possessions. We know they score 81 points a game, so they have the ability to convert.
Kaylin Trong back into the game. Ejim finds Kaylee Trong. Three-pointer on the way, it's good. Second triple thrown in from Trong. Gonzaga up to 30 points now.
And again, it started with Ejim rotating the ball out, opposite side skip out.
Man-to-man defense from Gonzaga.
St. Mary's went to little horns, tried to post up Akuso. Offensive foul. Jones pushes off. Another turnover. Although it's not a live ball turnover, at least it gives you a chance to set your defense, and Gonzaga just gets it and races it in.
I'll tell you what, Brenna Maxwell has had her fingerprints all over this game thus far. 11 points to lead the way for Gonzaga, also playing on defense as Trong back-to-back threes. Timeout, St. Mary's.
And it's from the same spot, Evan, that left elbow extension. And she's getting her shot, getting shot ready on the pass and knocking them down.
And that'll take us to immediate timeout with 7 minutes and 32 seconds left in the second quarter. 6-0 run for Gonzaga out of the break. Evan Giddings and Dr. Joaquin Wallace will be back after this. Evan Giddings and Dr. Joaquin Wallace with you here inside of UCU Pavilion in Moraga, California. So far, the 17th-ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs, after going toe-to-toe with St. Mary's in the first quarter, a 6-0 run, Doc, and really spurred by two Kaylee Trong triples. The team that's beginning to found itself offensively.
Yeah, they're starting to find their rhythm. They're starting to understand the zone itself. It takes a while to kind of figure it out. St. Mary's came out through the first punch, up by 7 at one point, but that timeout that Coach Fortier took kind of got their team back organized again, and once they was able to do that, they was able to walk down St. Mary's. Now you see them up by 10.
Yeah, Lisa Fortier, a 90-second in timeout, certainly shifting the tone of this game for Gonzaga, coming off a 28-win season. NCAA tournament berth after winning the conference, has had 4 players named WCC Player of the Year, including one on the floor in Kaylin Trong. Here's Ejim off the takeaway. Burns past Mastora to the rim.
And let's talk about the Euro step. She was able to get the steal, coast to coast, Euro step, and finish with the left hand.
An 8-0 run for Gonzaga going back before the timeout. Meanwhile, St. Mary's that shot it extremely well in the first quarter, looking for its second basket.
And you can see the defense is starting to clamp down for Gonzaga, putting St. Mary's in a phone booth right now. Again, they're getting deflections. Brianna Maxwell, as you mentioned earlier, her DNA is all over this game so far. Couple of charges she's taken as well. 11 points, 3 from 5 from behind the arc, 4 from 6 from the floor.
And Ejim nearly gets a steal. It's going to stay with St. Mary's. You can tell Ellie Bamberger's talking to Lisa Jones, saying right now, hey, she's holding me.
Ejim is being aggressive. That's the second opportunity. She could have got a steal there. As you mentioned, Bamberger is pleading her case, saying that she's being held. The official doesn't see it that way, but I guess what's going to happen next time? She's going to get that call and that foul.
Mastora left it a little short, and after the third try, it will be Gonzaga basketball.
Yeah, Mastora had an opportunity there on the clear out, using her offhand, was not able to get it up high enough off the glass to finish, but those are opportunities we mentioned earlier that you have to convert when you're playing a team like Gonzaga.
Bulldogs trying to penetrate this Jeff Kamen zone. Gill's hanging with him around the corner. Trong thought she might have got hit. Instead, an air ball forced by Mastora.
And I think she may be right on that missed call. Mastora got her hands up, but I think she did hit Trong in the face.
Hannafin swings it. Akuso.
You see defensively, nice screen and roll. And that's the elbow. Easy call. But Maxwell again, I believe that's her third charge she's taken.
And that is Bamberger's first foul. The third team foul already here for St. Mary's, a little over midway through the second. Again, still looking for their first points in about 3.5 minutes.
And defensively, you can see they're starting to clamp down again. That was Trong trying to get to her sweet spot. But that's okay. As Sergio said, I got you over here on the other side. Free throw line extension behind the arc.
And there's Kaylin Trong. Gives Gonzaga a 15-point lead. Gonzaga shot the lights out in their first meeting right from the get-go. Took them a little bit of time, but in the second quarter, they've been lethal. Mastora with the response. Nothing but nylon from McKenna Mastora.
So Mastora was able to knock down the 3-ball. That's her second one. Nice man movement and ball movement in that situation there.
St. Mary's as a team this season shoots about 32% from three-point range, but clearly an emphasis on that tonight. They're already now 6 of 12. Taking some time and looking at it. Hybens was off. And they'll keep it here.
I'll tell you what, they missed Hybens earlier. She was posted up right at that block area. They left her uncovered. It could have been an easy basket, but they decided to rotate it out. And guess what? She had a chance for the 3-ball.
Hollingsworth will check in for Ejims. Or for Ejim, pardon me. This is the short J. Bamberger corrals the board.
The opportunity here. Gales have to get out and run, not allowing Gonzaga's defense to set in the half court, as they've proven to be rock solid on that side of the floor.
Dalton swings it over to Hannafin. Steps back. A little too strong with the J.
Hannafin with the pullback dribble. And defensively, you're starting to see how they're clamping down on St. Mary's. Not able to get the shots they was making earlier. Now they're not able to make.
Oh, and another three thrown in by Kaylin Trong. The Trong twins with now 4 threes here in the second quarter. And Gonzaga on a 14-3 run has opened up a big lead here on the road.
Kaylin Trong kissed it to the crowd as well. As you mentioned, between those two, they're double trouble out there. And you throw Ejims in there as well. I mean, they are a quality backcourt. And you get those two working together, it's going to be a long evening for any team.
Yeah, Kaylee and Kaylin Trong together this year, averaging about 24 points per game. So not just getting it done with their ability to step out and hit the three or penetrate, but set up their teammates, and that's a big reason why they're able to average as a group over 80 points per game.
And when you look at their starting five, as I mentioned earlier, in double figures. But what that does, that allows people to play freely, because now they know if I run, I'm going to get the basketball, because you have two individuals that can manage the basketball. So you're never without a point guard on the floor with either one of them.
Kaylin Trong, who just hit that last three before the St. Mary's timeout, had 25 points in these two teams' first meeting. So far in this game is up to 9. Mastora finds an open shooter. That's Hannafin, around and out. And a foul called on the floor against St. Mary's.
So at one point, Evan, the game was 14-7.
Yep.
Now it's 41-26, and all the momentum is with the team in black.
A 37-12 run over the last essentially 12 minutes of game time. And there's a reason Gonzaga is a top 25 team, top 20 in the country. Trong touches it off. Fancy find there to Hybens.
And you mentioned the fact that they provide helpers to their teammates as well. St. Mary's has 4 turnovers in the last 5 minutes and 44 seconds. That's 4 more opportunities for Gonzaga to score, and they've been able to convert. That's the difference in the game so far. And there's another turnover as well. Nice idea. Pass was a little too long, as Bamberger was not able to retrieve it.
Yeah, the energy from St. Mary's was equally matching Gonzaga at the beginning of the game, and really where you kind of find the Bulldogs having success so far as in this quarter been on the defensive end of the floor. St. Mary's has not had those open looks that they were afforded in the first period.
And that was that timeout. Coach Fortier recognized that that's a nice entry pass, high-low for the finish, but they're just surgically just taking apart the defense, zone, man, it doesn't matter. They're scoring at will against the Gales of St. Mary's.
And Jeff Cannon trying to throw a multitude of looks. Well, there's the 1-3-1, a 2-3, different zones in which they've employed all season long. Bamberger stripped, and it's off of Alley. That's Gonzaga basketball.
And I tell you what, Evan, that's great help side defense. Help the helper, Kaylee Trung was able to come across, as you see in the pass going inside as they fronted the post on Bamberger. She was there as Bamberger turned to her left. Trung was there.
Gonzaga 8 of 13 in the quarter as Trung nearly lost the handle. Maxwell gives it right back. Hollingsworth, little bunny that's missed at first, but the second chance is good for Hymans.
And Hymans will increase her rebounding as well. Offensive O-board with the stick back. But again, what they're doing, they're running a baseline runner. They're distorting the zone defense, and they're finding when you get the penetration inside, there's no one to help on the backside of the zone.
Dalton now looking to penetrate. Gets it back, fires up a three, and hits.
A welcome sight for Dalton to come back, join the team.
Taylor Dalton spending the last few games competing for her country, part of the New Zealand national squad and some overseas qualifiers. St. Mary's very glad to have her back, not of course for a production, but also just from a leadership standpoint. A senior voice for this team as Maxwell is fouled on the three-point attempt.
And that's rule number one. You always say you don't want to foul a jump shooter. In this situation here, you close out with high hands. Maxwell will get an opportunity for free throws. I mean, as you mentioned earlier, she's just been rock solid so far. 11 points leading the way on a balanced attack.
Little returns for Gonzaga. Also the first appearance for the senior out of Wichita, Kansas, Destiny Burton. Transfer from Panola College as Maxwell hits the first. Gonzaga as a team shooting 58% from the floor. Maxwell makes it a 20-point game here as we trend towards the tail end of this first half.
After the slow start, the timeout within 90 seconds in the game, got them on track, got them focused, got their organization back in order. And you can see why they're the top 20 team in the country. It feels as though there's 6 players defensively out there who's wearing black.
Well, and every opponent in the West Coast Conference has been virtually no match for Gonzaga. Their 2 losses to 2 top 25 opponents as Rapp goes into the lane. Her floater rolls in and out.
And they push the tempo as well, but they're controlled by their perimeter play. As I mentioned earlier, one of the Trung sisters will always be on the floor, so you have a point guard consistently managing the offense.
And there's an offensive foul called on Burton, illegal screen.
Yeah, Burton is asking about the foul, but she did step into the foul itself. But oftentimes, that's not on the foul is not on the person setting the screen. Oftentimes it's on the ball handler not allowing it to be set, taking off before the screen is set.
Akuso and Jones return for St. Mary's. Shot clock goes dark here for the end of this first half. 24 points in the first quarter for Gonzaga, 25 in the second quarter. Meanwhile, St. Mary's, after a 21-point first period, just 8 so far here in the second.
And it's been all defense.
Akuso crosses over, backs in, fades. Doesn't get the kind bounce. Burton the rebound, and a 22-6 run for Gonzaga over the final 8 minutes of the second quarter. And they have a commanding 20-point lead heading into the locker room. Evan Giddings alongside Dr. Joaquin Wallace, back with your halftime coverage after these messages. Gonzaga, 17th in the country right now on the road in firm command as we head to the break here on ESPN+.
Eva.
Yeah.
Elibet.
Not.
City.
Dogs.
Coffee.
Coffee.
Tea.
Night.
Early bird.
Night.
Country. City.
City.
Dogs.
Neither. Cats.
No.
Coffee.
Tea.
We're early birds now.
Country.
Ooh, yeah, that's a hard one. I grew up in a suburb, but I do like the country and like countryside. So.
Country through and through.
Dogs. No questions.
Dogs.
Hate cats.
Tea.
Coffee.
Tea. I don't drink coffee.
Early bird. Wow. City. But you're from Nelson, so
Country.
country. Dogs. Oh,
See-
say you're a cat person.
No, okay, I have a cat, but dogs.
Thank you.
But I have a cat.
Tea. Peach green tea lemonade from Starbucks.
Tea, for sure. Early bird.
Night owl.
City.
City. Dogs.
Neither.
Oh.
Neither.
Oh.
Early bird.
Early bird. City.
City. Dogs.
Dogs.
Snoopy in particular, thank you.
Coffee.
I like the one that's like blushing with like the little red hearts around it. Are they hearts? Yeah, they are. The one with the long nose.
The Pinocchio one.
Yeah.
Nice. The crying face with like the long streams. It's like the laughing crying emoji.
Oh, I like the cat one with the heart eyes.
I like to smirk.
I like the monkey that goes like that.
I like the like kissy one that has the two hearts, like the smiley one.
I have two. I have the one with like the smiley and like the tear underneath when they're smiling and it's like, yeah, when you're super happy. And then I have that one when they rolls his eyes.
I love that.
The chef's kiss.
Mine is with the squinting eyes with the tongue out.
Okay. Mine's like the smiley face with the open mouth.
Oh, the one with like crying, like intense crying, but it's like a laughing one. But you can also use it as like you're
One
really
of those
upset.
ones.
Yeah,
That's
or this one.
crying laughter. That one's always really cute and a bit controversial, but I love the poo emoji, you know? The little smile on the poo emoji. If you're having a bad day, it's there. If you're having a good day, it's there.
Welcome back inside UCU Pavilion. Evan Giddings alongside Dr. Joaquin Wallace with you here on ESPN+. And at the break, a 20-point lead, 49-29 for the 17th-ranked Bulldogs over St. Mary's, Doc. A very different first from second quarter, especially if you're the Gales.
Well, they came out swinging. They took the first punch, but Gonzaga, they're number 17 for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean, they understand they've won 18 consecutive games, so look at 19, 11-0 in the conference. You don't get that by accident. They know exactly what they want to do, and that timeout 90 seconds in the first period kind of changed the tone for the Gonzaga.
Yeah, Lisa Fortier putting the hammer down immediately after St. Mary's jumped out. You talked about it, Doc, the fact that they were up. St. Mary's was in that first quarter, 14-7. From that point on, you look at the damage done by Gonzaga, a lot of it behind the three-point line, but especially due to an individual named Brennan Maxwell.
Well, Maxwell, I mean, I'm going to look at some of the stats. She has 13 points, 9 from behind the arc. But here's a stat that you kind of overlook. She's accounted for 5 fouls drawn against her. She has 3 charges as well as 2 shot attempts. So she's been active. Her DNA has been all over this game, and that shows you she's not even one of the top players we talked about coming into the match. So if you have a player like her, and Egypt has not even got on track, you can see why they're one of the best teams in the country.
Yeah, the Trong twins in the first half combining for over 20 points. Meanwhile, on the St. Mary's side, shot the ball very well in the first quarter, 5 of 10 from distance. In the second quarter, not that they didn't shoot it well necessarily, Doc, but just not that many opportunities. 10 total turnovers in the first half, majority of which in the final 10 minutes of that first half. So they continued the perimeter shooting. They just didn't get as many looks because of self-inflicted wounds.
Yeah, they was able to close out. You talking about Gonzaga, they was closing out with high hands. You talked about those turnovers, 21 points in turnovers. That says a lot, and only 9 shots. When you look at it in terms of St. Mary's, they have to do a better job. 8 points is not going to beat any team at the collegiate level, let alone a team like Gonzaga. It's number 17 in the country. So we'll see what they do coming out in the second half.
We'll see if St. Mary's can find a way to get back into this game. 20-point lead for Gonzaga when we return on ESPN+. Welcome back to Moraga, California, here inside the University of Credit Union Pavilion here on ESPN+. Evan Giddings alongside Dr. Joaquin Wallace with you. In the 17th ranked Gonzaga Bulldogs right now lead 49-29 at the break. discussed a couple of the reasons for that lead expanding, Doc, but you look at the consistency, especially in the offensive end for Gonzaga. They average about 81 points per game, but 24 in the first quarter, 25 in the second quarter. They got much of what they wanted on both inside and outside attacks.
Yeah, very balanced attack. I mean, you're talking about 81 points a game, so they're on pace to get that and exceed it as well. But they understood the assignment. Come down, get the victory. Don't take this team for granted. They did early. Timeout in the 90 seconds to wake their team up. After that, they've been ascending from that point forward. Now let's see how St. Mary's come out and play. We opened the telecast mentioning issue and opportunity. Well, the issues was that the St. Mary's, we know they're down players, if you will. They've been playing. Well, the opportunity is that other players need to step up. So let's see what they do coming out here in the second period.
Well, and of course, riding an 18-game win streak, 11 of those in conference play in the WCC. They've certainly separated themselves as right now best in the West. But for St. Mary's in the second half, it's an opportunity to see the kind of gumption that we've come to know from this Gales team. Even though they have lost their last three, it's a group that's growing under the tutelage of a first-year head coach.
Well, this is where, as a coaching staff, you have to emphasize, let's just take one play at a time. Don't worry about the scoreboard at this point. Let's take one play at a time. Let's get some good offense. Let's hang our hat on something going into this game. And we can always come back and make our adjustments. But again, a young team against a veteran team, as you mentioned earlier, old versus youth, young team. Let's see how they respond against one of the top teams in the country.
Yeah, Jeff Cameron described this type of game as a culture-building opportunity. Whether you win, whether you lose, obviously you'd like to come away with a victory and knock off a top team in the country, but an opportunity to build cultural habits, and that so far is something that St. Mary's can say that they have done in that first quarter, especially as they now enter the third. So starting five back on the floor for both sides. Right now, St. Mary's led by 7 points at the break from Zariah Kuso, opposite the 13 on the board for Brenna Maxwell, along with 11 added by Kaylin Trong. We are underway here in the third quarter in Moraga after Gonzaga shot 58% in that first half. Maxwell, a major part of it, misses her first look.
Yeah, her DNA was all over that first half. 5 fouls drawn. That makes she was active defensively as well as offensively. 13 points.
Yeah, defense has been a major part of what Gonzaga loves to do. It's really the only way that you can come away with a plus 20-point differential on average per game. Akuso pulls up, however, begins the scoring for St. Mary's.
Akuso was able to get to her sweet spot. Free throw line extension, was able to shoot over the top and deliver.
Akuso, leading scorer for the St. Mary's team in just her freshman season. Trong misses a three, and then Ejim whips it right back out to Jones. 2-on-1.
2-on-1. And that's just been kind of like the story of tonight. Jones had a 2-on-1 opportunity there. Dribble it off her foot. Yeah, Dalton streaking on the right side.
Jones, who had a good first half. I mean, you take a look at the 20-point lead. Maya Jones was a -8 in plus-minus as Maxwell misses the three ever so slightly. It's going to be out of bounds in Gonzaga basketball, but talk about the impact that Jones has had. Saw her open with a three-pointer in the corner. She competes hard and has really had to emerge as one of those younger freshmen to step up with the injuries to one of the likes of Addison Whedon, who's out for the year.
It's the opportunity that we spoke about earlier to play against a team such as Gonzaga. It says a lot. You can learn and grow from this. Gonzaga's 0 for 3 coming out of half.
The offensive rebounds beginning to pile up. What a find by Trong as Ejim lays it in.
And that's an understatement as Trong was dribbling in and just kind of softly laid it over the top. And Ejim, in football, we'll say you got to throw the person open. That's exactly what happened there.
Yeah, Mahomesian-like touch, so to speak. Bamberger in the corner. Ejim steals it. Dalton gets a hand on that. Manages to keep it in, but right to Hollingsworth. Maxwell for three. It's good.
And that's an unfortunate opportunity there. They had a chance, Evan. Maxwell continues her stellar play.
10 three-pointers now for Gonzaga. And a 23-point advantage. Dalton trying to thread the needle. Jones down to the deck for it. And there's a jump ball possession arrow to St. Mary's.
You got to win the 50-50 ball, but From an offensive standpoint, let me tell you exactly what's happening, what Gonzaga is doing. Every time that Bamberger is posting up, they're fronting the post. So what you have to do in that situation, you flash someone to the high post area, and you go high-low, she just reverse pivot.
Well, that's one of the unfortunate results of someone like Tacey Whedon graduating after her 5th year last year. Akuso misses the 3. You don't have as much shooting right now around Bamberger to allow her to operate in one-on-one scenarios. Strong delivers it down low. Bamberger alters the shot. Loose, and Jones takes it.
So far, St. Mary's has been much better defensively coming out, as Gonzaga has only scored 5 points.
Third turnover in 3 minutes here in the third quarter for St. Mary's as Ruby Vlahov along with Astora and Rapp come on for the Gales. Gonzaga pretty much playing a 7-player rotation tonight. Their starting 5 has been best in the conference. Ejim threads the needle, but Trong leaves it short.
It's probably one of the easiest shots not made by Gonzaga.
Dalton off on the reverse. Trong, transition 3, my goodness, what a play.
And Kylan Trong, and I'm just going to say this, she looked like Steph Curry in that situation. Very calmly behind the back, walked into the 3-ball.
And there's a 3-ball the traditional way. Akuso will get to the line and one with a chance to chip into this deficit. Akuso now into double digits.
Yeah, Akuso was able to get downhill and finish in traffic for the basket. But I tell you what, Trong got the rebound, dribbled up, avoided a woman behind the back, 3-ball from behind the arc. And she knew it when she shot it.
And for Kaylin Trong, that is her 4th 3-pointer. She's got 14 points. Second behind Maxwell as Akuso connects on the 3-point play.
I'll tell you what, Evan, watching both the Trong sisters, I love to see them in a one-on-one contest.
Against each other.
Absolutely.
Hollingsworth. Another offensive rebound. Goes up, fouled by Vlahov.
And that's where the absence of Bamberger comes in. At that point there, they don't have the length inside to compete. That was multiple chances for Hollingsworth. She finally was able to get to the free throw line on the foul.
It was only a +4 in the first half and second chance points, but did the majority of their damage in the paint, +12, and then of course the points from turnovers was +15 through the first 2 quarters as Hollingsworth hits both.
Well, Evan, it's a reason why they didn't have as many second chance points, because their first shot was going in. So they were shooting 57%, so they didn't need any second chance points. I mean, they've just been rock solid offensively.
Well, already 5 offensive rebounds here in the third quarter for Gonzaga. Number 17 team in the country.
I mean, they've doubled up in terms of rebounds, 26-13.
Right now they are looking the part here on the road. Akuso's got 3 to work with. Separates, can't quite detonate the long 2.
And if you keep the ball on one side of the floor against this team, you're falling right in the hands of what they want you to do. You have to move the ball from sideline to sideline to have a chance.
And there's a deuce dropped in by Kaylee Trong, now up to 16.
And they can play inside and outside.
Pardon me, 11 points as Akuso brings it into the front court. 3-pointer from Vlahov, the high arcing 3 is hit. That's the 8th 3 nailed by St. Mary's. A team that has really had to do the majority of its damage from beyond the arc.
And it's interesting because Ejima came in with 20 points a game, leading the team in scoring. She only has 8.
Maxwell connects on the jumper. She's got 18 points to lead the way for Gonzaga.
And when you can reach out and have players to step up, Maxwell with 18, playing both sides of the ball, along with the Trung sisters and everybody else coming into the game. We got to say everybody else. That's great defense again.
Yeah, Mastora got intercepted there by Trung. A little two-touch to the rack and a foul on Hybens.
The activity, live ball turnovers, they're getting out in transition. Nice touch pass.
And we'll head to immediate timeout after this. Back with more between Gonzaga and St. Mary's on ESPN+. Welcome back to Moraga, here between number 17 Gonzaga and St. Mary's here. The Gales currently trailing by 26. Evan Giddings alongside Dr. Joaquin Wallace with you here on ESPN Plus as Vaughn Hybens steps to the free throw line and hits the first.
Yeah, Hybens been solid as well. That's her 9th point. And that was a textbook 2-on-1 situation on the live ball turnover. They was able to get out in traffic. And nice touch pass from Trung. She knocks down 2.
Also after the break in the action, Lisa Fortier, 10th year head coach, activates one of her 4 freshmen, Claire O'Connor, into the game for the first time for Gonzaga.
And they show a 1-2-2 full court on the made free throw just to kind of take some time off the clock. Down to 14 seconds, so it's been effective so far.
Akuso operating in the post. Sweet jumper from Zariah Akuso. She's got 14.
And Akuso has the ability to play with her back to the basket, elevate over her defender. I love that shot within the painted area. She can shoot at the pinch post as well. I love the fact that she can play inside the arc.
Oh, what a find by Trung. Ejim will get to the free throw line, but Rapp didn't really have time to even know where that ball was coming from.
That play was all about a cross screen that came on the other side. The defender didn't see it coming. It was set up perfectly, and Ejim was sitting there wide open, was not able to finish, but the pass by Trung was spot on.
Ejim will get to the free throw line. Also, speaking of first-year players, Vlaha back for St. Mary's in the first appearance tonight for Emily Foy, who's been in and out of the rotation, but a nice addition to a recruiting class that Jeff Kamen hopes can blossom in the coming years. St. Mary's already with 10 wins total this season, trying to break a stretch of a three-game skid here in conference play.
And this is the opportunity, again, Kamen's first-year head coach, first real recruiting year. This is the tape you can kind of show to your recruits, so to speak. There's a 3-ball in the corner as well. Show how your team competes against one of the top teams in the country.
Well, there's a member of that young core, Ruby Vlahov, hitting her second 3, both of which from the corner. Now comes over to help, but not before speeding to the rack is Callie Stokes.
Yeah, Stokes was able to get downhill. No help side defense in that situation. She was able to convert. Easy drive to the basket.
Foy, short corner, unkind bounce. St. Mary's here in this second half. 5 of 9 from the floor, 2 of 3 from distance. It's been this end that they've found trouble as Ejim gets her own rebound. One more time, no good. O'Connor comes away with it. And now Dalton forces the turnover.
And I tell you what you see is the ability for Gonzaga to get on the glass, create second chance opportunities. You mentioned earlier in the first half, they didn't have that many. Now you're starting to see them stack up because now they have the length on the floor.
All 3 quarters tonight for Gonzaga have resulted in 20 points or more as Esther Little comes back on, the grad student from England. Meanwhile, for St. Mary's, they go big here. Nadia Bernard at the 5. Ejim cuts off Foy. To Akuso now, fades. Tough jump shot. Zariah Akuso's got the hot hand for the Gales here in the 3rd.
Again, she loved that spot to look like a little bit of Kobe Jordan with the fadeaway in that area.
16 points for Akuso, 9 of which in the period. From the corner, Trung, no good, but right there to clean it up is Hybens.
Hybens, right lady, right spot, is able to finish. Then you look on the sidelines and the next dead ball, check in. Look who you have coming in.
Akuso a little loose with the handle and then fouls Ejim. For Akuso, that's going to be her third personal foul, and for St. Mary's, their fourth as a team.
And you're talking about the flexibility. When you have Ejim, who's your forward, guarding the point guard for St. Mary's, she's able to slide her feet. She's athletic enough to bother her on the perimeter.
Checking back in, Hollingsworth, along with Kaylee Trong. So the Trong twins on the floor, 25 points combined between them. There's Kaylin from the corner, rattles it in. Kaylin Trong now with 17 points. That's her fifth three. And it is a 30-point game here in Moraga.
Yeah, superpowers for those two.
Blaha to an open shooter. Foy. That's pure.
And that's a nice shot on the skip out.
Right back the other way. Hollingsworth, the response.
And if you look at the Trong sisters, I mean, they're identical. If one would wear like a white headband, then you can kind of tell the difference between the two. But they do that on purpose, I would imagine.
Well, their games are pretty identical, too. Not a lot of flaws.
Absolutely. They both dribble a basketball. They can shoot. They can create shots for their teammates. And as I said before, when they're both in the game, you always have a point guard that can handle the basketball.
A rejection there from Little on Akuso. So 8 to shoot for St. Mary's, 21.8 on the game clock. As Maya Jones will check in and tag out Akuso, who's had a nice third quarter. Despite the Gales being down big, Akuso's got 9 in the period. Jones triggers it. Vlahov stripped momentarily. Pardon me, that's Dalton. And then a jump ball tied up with Trong. Lo and behold, the possession arrow gives it to the team in black.
And that's another turnover. Now, here's one way you can tell the difference between the two outside the numbers. I figured it out right here. You have Kylie Trong. Kylie Trong, she wears the white sleeves, ankle sleeves.
Well, there is a delicious dime from Kaylin Trong right there from Mount Hybens. 32-point advantage, and now nearly a turnover in front of us with 1.6 left.
So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the shoes. Kaylin Trong wears the white ankle sleeves, and just the difference between the two.
There you go.
There it is, Evan.
For everyone watching at home. Foy's got a hoist. Gets it out before the horn, but too strong. Another output offensively for Gonzaga. 30 points in the third quarter, and they have a 32-point lead heading into the final 10. Evan Giddings alongside Dr. Joaquin Wallace, back with the remainder of Gonzaga and St. Mary's after this on ESPN+. Well, the final 10 here in Moraga inside of UCU Pavilion. Evan Giddings alongside Dr. Joaquin Wallace with you here on ESPN+. A 30-point output for Gonzaga in the third quarter has pushed their advantage to 32, 79-47 as we begin the fourth quarter. For Gonzaga, over 50% shooting from the floor, 13 of 26 from distance, 8 of 9 at the free throw line. They have not missed often tonight, Doc.
Yeah, they've been good on both sides of the basketball. You're talking about 47 points for St. Mary's. And it's just been a clinic on how they've been able to play efficient each half, as you mentioned earlier, 24, 25, and 30. So they've been able to ascend in each quarter with their highest output being in the third with 30 points.
Easy to witness why the 17th ranked team in the country is undefeated so far in conference play. Men's program very competitive at well, though the St. Mary's men's side got the best of Gonzaga in their first meeting up at the Kennel. And these are two programs, two schools with a heavy rivalry. And so far it's been Gonzaga that's got the best of St. Mary's as Ruby Vlahov hits her third three.
Yeah, she's been able to take advantage of her minutes playing from behind the arc.
I'm sure it must be a nice addition for Jeff Kamen. Vlahov, who can play the 4 or the 5, can also step out, stretch the floor. Maxwell barely in her hand. In and out. Loose ball corralled by Hannafin.
Yeah, Maxwell has an extremely quick release. As soon as she touches her hand, she's shot ready.
Maxwell only had 5 points in the third quarter after a 13-point first half. Leads the way so far with 18. 4 double-digit scores this evening for Gonzaga. Jones stops, a little Strong, kept in play. Here comes Strong.
And you see defensively they're still active. They're playing with a sense of pride, their competitive spirit.
Yeah, this isn't a St. Mary's team that rolls over, nor is Gonzaga likely to take the foot off the gas pedal. Three-pointer, top of the key, Hollingsworth, nothing but nylon.
And they're able to play from distance. That's the biggest thing that we see so far. 14 out of 28 from behind the arc. That's 50%.
Well, they're third in the country in that category. Bernard nearly loses the entry pass and gives it to Hollingsworth.
And that was the high low that I was speaking about earlier.
Oh, no-look feed from Strong. Little can't finish.
And she's going to hear about that in film. Strong's going to let her know, I gave you a dime.
I'll just pick up the next meal. Vlahov. Can't make it 4 in a row. Maxwell spots up, three-pointer, front rim. There's Burton, puts it in, and a foul. Destiny Burton will get to the free throw line with a chance for one more.
Again, relentless on the glass. There's another one of those second chance opportunities. She's able to convert. That was their 36th rebound as a team for the old-fashioned three-point shot. Last time they played each other, 29-point victory for Gonzaga. And right now, they're letting everyone know that they understood the assignment. They're up by 34 with 7 minutes remaining in the fourth period.
Well, and the score might tell you that this game was not close whatsoever, but St. Mary's did match the energy as Maxwell matches another second chance opportunity, and she's got 20.
And we talked about Maxwell with her DNA. She's been outstanding. If you look at a MVP of the game, you have a lot you can choose from. But I'll tell you what, Maxwell, her ability, she's played on both sides of the ball. 5 fouls that she created by herself alone, leading the team in scoring. You have to tip your hat to her.
And this isn't a game in which their leading scorer, Ejim, has been all too active. Just 10 points for her as she checks into the game off the stoppage. Rack tied up, foul on the floor. Now the third team foul for Gonzaga here with 7 to go in the game.
And you can see their philosophy. They front the post, and the weak side defender comes over on the help side and try to get the steal. And I'm sure that's Maxwell. She will not be returning to this contest, I would imagine.
Claire O'Connor checks in for her. Jones looks for a lane, lost the handle.
And that's active hands, constantly raking down the basketball. But again, Evan, just imagine Coach Fortier. She knows that throughout the game, she's going to have a quality point guard in the game. That says a lot.
Yeah, Lisa Fortier, as O'Connor hits the free throw line jumper, has put together 9 consecutive 20-win seasons to begin her tenure in Spokane.
O'Connor did a great job of coming off of that single side action on the screen roll and kept it. Was able to knock down the shot inside the arc.
Jones spots up from the corner, rounding out. Strong still playing with pace. Tipped away by Vlahov.
Nice idea, just didn't get it up high enough, but Vlahov did a great job of being active defensively and getting her hands on it.
St. Mary's shot 7 of 13 in that third quarter. It's the amount of attempts unable to match Gonzaga as Foy funnels her way to the rim, just off the mark.
In regards to shooting percentage, St. Mary's now 42, 43%, 42.9. So you can see the defense has been active. They put St. Mary's in a phone booth, and they was able to take charge of this game. That's Ejim again going left to right.
And then Vlahov is called for a foul on the follow-up by Eliza Hollingsworth.
And they continue to just to pound the glass. And speaking of Gonzaga, so far plus 20 in regards to rebounds, 38 to 18. 18 offensive rebounds plus 14.
And the majority of those offensive rebounds coming in this second half. As a team, they had 8 through the first 2 quarters. Really have ramped it up here in the second half. Near line change for St. Mary's. Everyone except for Foy off the floor as Mastora, Bamberger, Akuso, and Dalton return.
And this is what I love about the flexibility. You have Ejim that can play the guard or the point. See how she's moving her feet? A bigger defender. Akuso really doesn't bother her. But that shows you the flexibility, the longer defender on Akuso, who's been able to score on smaller defenders down in the painted area.
Not afraid to go at Ejim, who has held just about every single role for Gonzaga in her storied career. Now in her senior season as Foy gets the kind bounce for the 2. But Ejim has been 6th Woman of the Year in the WCC, an all-conference performer, and now here in her 4th year in Spokane, averaging north of 20 points per game.
She can score in all areas. I mean, she plays inside the painted area, scoring traffic.
Stokes delivers it. Trong has to hoist. Ejim nearly gets the board, and it's out of bounds off of Ejim. High. And that'll take us to immediate timeout. We'll be back with the final 4:33 here in regulation. Gonzaga, 17th of the country, all over the Gales. And we're back on ESPN+. Evan Giddings alongside Dr. Joaquin Wallace with you here on ESPN+. Doc, this was a game that St. Mary's at one point led 14-7 at the 6-minute mark of the first quarter as a block by Little turns it into transition for Gonzaga. But since that point, an 83-46 Gonzaga advantage.
And they've done it in a variety of ways. Rebounds, live ball turnovers, half-court offense. I mean, it's been a display, but most importantly from behind the arc. They had just been outstanding from behind the arc. 14 out of 30. I mean, St. Mary's is 11 out of 23. They're not bad, but when you couple that with the fact they're getting a lot of layups, 26 points in the paint, second chance opportunities 19. That's a hard recipe to win by if you're speaking of St. Mary's.
Allie Bamberger will get to the free throw line after the 5th team foul committed by Gonzaga. That's on Ejim, her 2nd. Oh, and also Gonzaga taking full advantage and capitalizing on the extra possessions. St. Mary's 19 turnovers have led to 37 Bulldogs points here in this game.
And we also talked about at the top of the telecast that they have 5, the starting 5 is all averaging double figures. And when you take a look at it from that perspective, Ejim with 20 points pacing the team, but tonight she's been held in check.
Strong takes it back from Ejim, thought about the long 3. Said Ejim drives baseline, loses it, and then throws it out of bounds.
That was nice defense by the Gales as Ejim shot lift, drove to the baseline, tried to skip it out for the turnover.
And this is not a St. Mary's team that rolls over no matter the score. Looking for effort along with energy, and that's what Jeff Kamen has preached here in his first season in Moraga. Mastora. Now Foy attacks and is fouled amidst her shot.
So what Gonzaga does a good job of, they force you to the help, which is to the baseline. And when the second defender comes up consistently, it stops the drive in itself, and then the other defenders rotate down to the basket and they find the next pass out. Defensively, they are solid. 54 points tonight. St. Mary's shooting 43% from the floor. you can see again why they're one of the top teams in the country.
No doubt. And also something that we were talking about during a break, you know, this type of performance from Gonzaga, not just tonight, but of course throughout the entire season, as well as on the men's side, it's good for the conference. It's good for the West Coast Conference to have two prominent programs. Though the men's team is in second place right now, of course, behind the Gills on the men's side, who you can catch on CBS, by the way, later tonight at 8 o'clock. The fact that the conference is on full display because of what this team has done, another 3 hit by Kaylin Trong, that is something that sheds a positive limelight on this region.
Absolutely, and here's another thing to look at as well, Evan. Let's say hypothetically, just hypothetically, that the Gonzags do not win the tournament. Well, they're going to get in as an at-large bid.
Yeah.
So that means you have 2 teams that could pop, that will get into, one will get the AQ and one will get the at-large. That says a lot about the conference itself.
Yeah, especially on the women's side. I mean, you look at Gonzaga's resume right now, 24-2, likely headed to 25-2, along with their 19th consecutive win. But the only losses on their resume, one of which was in overtime to a top 25 Washington State team on the road, as that 3-pointer is off the mark, but Burton follows it up. And Bamberger commits a foul. Meanwhile, the second loss was to a top 15 team in Louisville at home. That's their only home loss this season. So, you know, you get Kaylee Trong back off an ACL tear from last year. You have Ejim along with, of course, Brenda Maxwell, who's a versatile player. This is a team that has 3, if not 4, potential #1 options. It's a reason why they've been nearly unbeatable this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you look at, you couple that on the defensive side of the ball, that makes them even more difficult, because not only can we score, we can stop you from scoring as well. So what does that do? If I put the ball in the basket, Evan, that allows me to set my defense. And if I can play you in 54 feet, that allows me, or 45 feet, that allows me to do, 47 feet rather, that allows me to play much better basketball. And that's what they're able to do. They're able to play on that side of basketball extremely well, one shot and out.
Well, and obviously the discrepancy or the difference in points is what it is, as Dalton steps through and misses. But 3 games ago, they just posted a 65-point win at home against Pacific. So you're right, it's not just the offense being able to put up 100 points if needed, but also being able to hold a team if they need to under 40. Not many teams in the country can boast that advantage.
I tell you what, if you can beat Stanford, one of the top teams, and Stanford, I believe, was top 5 in the country at the time when they went up to Spokane and lost. That says a lot about your team itself. And then they go on the road and beat California as well. So they understand how to close games out. So as I said before, if they just happen to fall in the tournament, they still will get in, because they're one of the top teams in the country. So they're going to get in. It'll be an at-large bid. But again, it bodes well for the conference itself. But the way that they're coached hard, they play hard, and they run their offense hard, and they play defense extremely hard.
Well, for Emily Foy, she's up to 13 points now, 3 of 4 from distance off the bench. Nice showing from Emily Foy as Dalton takes it away. Tries to step through and is tossed away by Esther Little. But it ends up in the hands of Jones, who splashes in a triple.
So I tell you what, I'm looking at the body language of Coach Fortier, and she's not a happy camper. I mean, it's like she's losing. She wants excellence, and that's what you want. Yeah. You want to have excellence. You have excellence within your program, expectations, and she's not happy on how this game is playing out right now. And I'm sure they're going to talk about this in terms of film when they look at it.
Well, you brought this up, Doc, the fact that, and you pointed out kind of beginning of the game as Dalton tees up the corner 3 and hits. Fortier called a timeout 90 seconds into the game when the score was 5-2 because she didn't like the tone of it. And now, of course, it's potentially led to this part, but she's still coaching as if the game is a 3-point game as they turn it over.
Because she's setting the tone, because at some point, if you take a look at her, she's very animated. She's coaching the game as though they're losing. And this is what it's all about in regards to film. You have expectations, and the team itself knows that as well. They have to play better, and they're up by quite a bit.
89 points since Gonzaga trailed by 7, with 6 minutes left in the opening period. This was a game in which St. Mary's had in its grasp, and as Gonzaga will wind down the clock, this was a full wire-to-wire performance put together by Gonzaga. 50% from the floor, 15 made threes, and the 17th ranked team in the country comes into Moraga and remains perfect in conference play. 19 wins in a row for Gonzaga as they beat St. Mary's here on the road by a final score of 96-68.
Well, you're seeing a team, again, they're top 20 in the country for a reason. And it was on full display. Offensively and defensively, we talked about the fact that they have 5 players in their starting lineup that scores in double figures. So that says a lot about what they're able to do offensively. And their leading scorer, she really didn't have an outstanding game. It was all about Maxwell.
And we'll be back after this with the post-game coverage in just a moment here on ESPN+. No, sorry about that. Guess we're going to keep this thing rolling, no problem. Evan Giddings alongside Dr. Joaquin Wallace with you here on ESPN+, talking about the 96, of course, the 68 victory here for Gonzaga. 19th win in a row, 12th in conference play. And this was a game in which St. Mary's matched the energy of Gonzaga in that first quarter. It was a 3-point game after the first 10 minutes. It's just, like we talked about, with the ability to play defense as well as maintain a high level offensively, it wasn't necessarily that Gonzaga ratcheted themselves up, but it was they just maintained their high level of play, and unfortunately St. Mary's couldn't match that.
When you talk about consistency, each half they ascended in terms of score for first, second, and third period, but again, the tone was set in 90 seconds in the game.
Yeah.
When it was 5-2, and Coach Bordier said, listen, I don't like what I see. Let's call timeout and let's get our organization in order. And once they was able to do that, St. Mary's did jump out 14-7, but you start seeing defensively how they was able to get turnovers, steals, open court, live ball turnovers, and then you've seen how they're masterful in the half-court set with the Trung sisters. I mean, she was outstanding, but let's not forget, Maxwell set the tone throughout the game.
Well, I was just going to say, you look at the amount of double-digit scores, 6 on the Gonzaga side. Kaylin Trong with 20 points. Kaylee Trong, 11 points, but also a couple of assists and 3 threes. And then even though Yvonne Ejim didn't have her best game, a double-double with 10 and 10. But you're absolutely right. The tone setter on both ends was Brenna Maxwell. Had 4 threes, 3 of which in the first half, ends up with 20 to lead the way.
Well, what I liked is she played on both sides of the basketball. She had 3 charging. I mean, that says a lot. She's putting the jersey, her name behind the jersey in front. Then she was able to score as well, get fouled in a couple of shots. 5 fouls she was accounted for at all. 20 points overall, and she's not even their leading scorer. Trung came on later on, and she was able to match her at 20. But again, when you have the Trung sisters, I mean, they're outstanding. You have Maxwell that played an incredible basketball game. To me, she's the player of the game. And then you sprinkle a little bit of Ejim as well.
Meanwhile, on the St. Mary's side, understanding that the ebbs and flows of the offense weren't there in the second quarter, but outside of that, 21 points in the first, 18 points in the third, 21 points also in the fourth quarter. And in speaking with Jeff Cameron before the game, understanding it's going to be an uphill battle. You know, you talk about maybe scaling Mount Everest as far as trying to beat this Gonzaga team that's right now 12-0 in conference play. But you look at a couple of their top performers. Zariah Kuso, 16 points. Emily Foy, 13 points. 2 freshmen that got valuable experience against one of the best teams that I'm sure they've played against in their lives.
Well, we talked about at the opening issue opportunity.
Yeah.
So you had the issue in terms of their youth, but the opportunity with the freshmen, they played huge as well. As you mentioned earlier, this is something that they're going to be able to go to school on. I played against one of the top teams in the country, and now you're starting to set the tone in terms of culture. Coach Cameron in his first year, seeing exactly what he can do. But this lets you know, coming in as a first-year coach, you want to set the DNA. This is what greatness looks like. So now you have a chance when you're recruiting in the summer, you say, if we want to get to this level, these are the type of players that we need to have in our program. Mix that in with our culture. Maybe one day we can get to this side of the program as well.
Well, they'll look to forward their program on Saturday. It's going to be a 5 o'clock tip against Pepperdine. Entering the weekend, Pepperdine had lost 10 in a row, so an opportunity for St. Mary's now to break a 4-game skid against the Waves here at home. Again, 5 o'clock tip, February 17th for those of you marking your calendars. And again, it'll be right here on ESPN+. Evan Giddings alongside Dr. Joaquin Wallace will be on the call for that one. But we appreciate you tuning into this edition of St. Mary's women's basketball. An unfortunate falling, but to a very good team, number 17 in the country, Gonzaga. Big thank you to our production staff, everyone manning the cameras, doing a fantastic A+ job here at home here in Moraga. For my broadcast partner, Dr. Joaquin Wallace, my name is Evan Giddings saying so long from Moraga inside of UCU Pavilion, where one last time St. Mary's falls to number 17 Gonzaga by a final score of 96-68. We appreciate you tuning in. We'll talk to you next time.